Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My guests today it's Ray Draper. He is from the Pleasant Grove Christian Church down just west of Geff. And next to him is Ryan Cox, and he is from Creation Truth Foundation. And we are going to talk the favorite thing. Bring the kids, show the kids the TV. We're talking dinosaurs. We're going to have a good time talking dinosaurs days.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are fun, and we'll do all that. You, again, are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV over on Channel 3 in Salem, here in Flora, and elsewhere on Channel 100 or Channel 25, depending on how you have your fiber worked out. What's going on in the area? You guys are off the screen now if you want to, fix your hair or whatever you want to do. What is going on in the area? Well, this is Wednesday, March 13th. A few community events taking place today. Continuing down there at the Flora Public Library, it's the Usborne Book Fair. And, of course, Usborne is they do educational books for folks, and they come to the Flora Library about once a year. Again, like I said, that will be at the Flora Library. They've been there since Friday. It'll be during regular library hours. I believe that's 10 till 5, so you might check that out. Other things going on today in the way of community events at the Carl Richland Memorial Hospital. They're going to have an American Heart Association first aid class. That'll be tonight at 6 o'clock. The American Heart Association first aid class will be in the lower level conference room. It'll go from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. tonight. If you want to register, they'd like you to register, but if you need to register for it, give them a call at 395-7340, and that'll be extension 4094. Also, down at Heritage Woods today at 12:30 this afternoon, Rick and Brenda Allison are going to play piano as well as sing, and that'll be at the Heritage Woods facility, again, at about 12:30 today. You might check that out. If you want a little bit more music today, check out the VFW tonight at 8 o'clock. It's going to be Jerry Mayo and the Cross Country Band. Jerry Mayo and the Cross Country. They're there, I believe, every few months. They do a great job. That'll be, again, tonight at the Flora VFW from 8 o'clock until 12 midnight. Should be a good time of picking and grinning. I didn't ask, are you, either of you, musically inclined?
No.
Ryan?
Well, actually singing a gospel quartet.
Do you? Do you play guitar too and that kind of stuff?
No, I don't do that. But,
okay. Well, that's fine. That's good. What do you sing?
I sing the lead.
Okay, tenor, or is it bass, baritone?
No. I just sing the melody line and try to carry the tune.
That's cool. That's good. That's good. What else is going on? What's on Wabash tonight? NCAA basketball getting most of the other tournaments are getting underway tonight. The Big Ten tournament starts out with its 11 versus 14 and 12 versus 13 games. That'll be on Big Ten Network starting at 5:30, a doubleheader. Also tonight, the ACC tournament, it's their second day, and it's a quadruple header out in Charlotte as at 11 a.m. and 1:30 on ESPN. It'll be the first half and the first game, second game, third game, and fourth game will be on ESPN2. That is channel 638, and that's going to start out at about 6 o'clock with the fourth game to follow. Also, the SEC tournament starts out tonight with the first round matchups, and that's in Nashville. It's a doubleheader there as well. 6 o'clock and 8:30 this evening. Again, that's on SEC Network. That is your channel 639. And the Big 12 tournament. I love this time of year. Basketball everywhere. Big 12 tournament getting underway in Kansas City. First round there as well. 6 p.m. is game one, and at 8:30 8:30 will be Game 2, and those games will be on ESPNU, and that is channel 642. Elsewhere in the NHL tonight, it's a doubleheader on NBC Sports Network. That is on your dial with Oilers, and that one be probably the first one's at 6 o'clock. The second one should be at around 8:30 this evening. In the NBA tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets at the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's on ESPN channel 601, and that'll be followed up doubleheader there as well. The Golden State Warriors taking on the Houston Rockets. All kinds of good stuff. We're going to come back here, and we are going to be talking dinosaurs. It should be a ton of fun. Ray Draper down there, Ryan Cox right here. My name is Bruce Dickey. We've already got the little stuff out. We're going to be bringing bigger stuff out too, aren't we? Ryan has brought, I tell you what, just gargantuan dinosaur stuff. It's going to be really cool. So pull the kids around the TV and just have some fun. We'll be right back on Wabash Catch TV. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right after these words. Stick around.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey at Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Appreciate you tuning in today. My guests today, down there on the end, it is Ray Draper. Ray is the pastor at the Pleasant Grove Christian Church. Welcome, Ray. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you so much for coming. And next to him is Ryan Cox. Ryan, I didn't get to your title. What's your title? You're speaker.
I'm a speaker, yeah.
You're a speaker. Ryan is a speaker for the Creation Truth Foundation, and that is located in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And he goes all around the country, all around the world, presumably, if he may ask.
Anybody ask, yeah.
Talking about dinosaurs, and we're going to talk a little bit about dinosaurs. We're going to talk with Ray too, and just kind of find out. What's going on, Ray? Why are you here? What are we going to talk about today?
Well, the dinosaurs are coming.
Dinosaurs are coming.
That was a phrase that was coined at our church by one of our members.
Okay.
And, everybody fell for it, fell in love with it, and the fact of it, try to create some excitement over the dinosaurs.
And so Ryan will be coming to Pleasant Grove Christian Church. In when's the date?
March 23rd.
Okay.
Saturday at 6 p.m.
How many days you doing there, Ryan?
I'm just there that evening and then Sunday morning.
Okay. So what exactly is the program? You said it's 6 o'clock, and you'll just hand it over to Ryan, and you're going to gab for like 5 hours or something?
Yeah.
Is that how it works, or what? How's it work, Ryan?
Oh, well, depending however long Ray lets me go, we'll talk all about dinosaurs.
I'll let you have it.
Oh, thanks.
Ray, tell me the background. How in the world did you get interested in this, and how did your congregation get interested in this dinosaurs?
Well, let me go back to the first time that I ever met Ryan, and I was a faculty member at Oil Belt Camp.
Okay.
And I remember Ryan. Of course, I knew his dad.
Yeah.
And
who's his dad?
Bill
Okay.
Cox.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Preacher.
Yep.
absolutely, yeah. And then at Mason, Ohio, at the Bible conference over there with the CRA, Ryan was speaking that one day.
What's the CRA?
Christian Restoration Association.
Okay.
And Ryan was a speaker speaking about source light.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife and I was only a little ways from where his family was sitting. So anyway, spoke to him a little bit there. Now fast forward here to the Indianapolis at the National Preaching Summit a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan had a booth there, and I saw Ryan, so I walked over there, picked up small talk, saw what he had.
Picked up the brochure?
Picked it up and took it to church, and
you thought you'd just kind of see if anybody. You didn't know that they'd be all excited about it, did you, Ray?
Correct. Yeah, and they was excited. They still are.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are we going to have food?
No.
I can't believe we're having a church outing without food. What are you talking about, Ray?
Yeah. Well, you're right. We are having drinks, though. We're going to have have drinks afterwards.
We've got 2 weeks if you want.
We got 2 weeks to fill.
Folks want to bring popcorn.
But that's the plan right now. And then Sunday morning during worship service, he'll be the speaker and for the day and talking about biblical accuracy. Is that correct?
It's fascinating to me. Now, and this is not. This isn't only for Pleasant Grove Christian Church members, is it?
No. We've extended our invitation out to all, and we've really pushed towards Wayne County in our area, but we are also pushing out to the surrounding counties as well as an invitation that all is welcome.
If your congregation's already fired up about it, how big's the room? You going to be able to fit a bunch of people there, Ray? What's the story?
I hope we have standing room on.
Well, that'd be outstanding. Do you bring do a lot of folks come to see dinosaurs?
Oh, sometimes, yeah. We've had a lot of VBSs that we've done throughout the country where they
Vacation
say
Bible School.
Vacation Bible School.
I tell you what, these folks they're all talking in acronyms.
We're using acronyms, right? So we do a lot of Vacation Bible Schools where they'll say it was their record attendance, the biggest
is that
we ever
right?
had. Yeah, because all the kids want to come see the dinosaurs.
That's cool. Let's talk about you a little bit, Ryan, before we get into showing and talking about the fossils here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get into dinosaurs?
Well, I didn't picture myself being in dinosaurs all my life. I thought I was going to be a history teacher for a long time. I had a great history teacher when I grew up just over Red Hill in Bridgeport. Okay. And then I went to SIUE and got my degree in history and started teaching and taught in
Where'd you teach?
Taught at Marshall High School in Red Much
Okay, cool. So, well, you were back home.
I was.
Wow, that's all right. So then you throw what you pitch at all the way.
Yeah. Much to the chagrin of the grandparents.
Grandma, grandpa, and everybody was unhappy with that. So, well, since you have a couple of kids.
Yeah.
A few.
Five.
Hey, I didn't mention it when you were told me earlier you have 5 kids. I'm one of 5 children.
Oh, so, well, there you go.
I'm used to I didn't ask how far apart are they spaced?
Justice just turned 8, and my youngest one is 10 months. So they're
that's pretty tight.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight. Yeah, that's pretty tight. Mine were, my mom and dad had 5 under the age of 6.
Oh, wow.
For about a month until my sister turned 6 after me and my twin brother were born. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's how you got them in there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so you're there in Bridgeport. You're home. Yep. Everything is going great. You're thinking, man, we're swimming along here. This is wonderful.
And then I started preaching at the Pleasant Ridge Church, just north of Lawrenceville.
See, I'm just trying to get you to leaving history teaching, a nice, fun career.
Oh yeah,
and basically going out on the road. Is it because of the 5 children?
No, it's not because of that.
Just a joke, Grandma.
Yeah. Most of the time we bring them with us so they can see Grandpa and Grandma.
That's good.
They're a good stopping place, to go other places and branch out.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the country.
All right, so you're teaching, and then you started preaching along with it. And you felt the call? How did you come involved?
It was,
Truth Foundation?
This ministry started 30 years ago this August.
Oh, really?
And Dr. Sharp is the founder of it. He had seen... throughout his years of teaching science, he taught science in schools, he'd started to see a lot of Christian young people falling away from the faith. And he saw that it was because they were no longer believing the Bible to be accurate and truthful and trustworthy. So he started a ministry just trying to reach families and reach congregations about the need to teach you can believe your Bible and trust it. And eventually led him to do all kinds of speaking events. One time they rented some dinosaur fossils.
Oh, really?
And they packed the place.
No kidding.
Light bulb.
so the dinosaur that's the thing that seems antithetical to me about it, is that the dinosaur fossils and the Bible teaching would be entirely opposite of each other.
A lot of people think that. And a lot of people think that there's your faith and then there's science.
Right.
And you can't reconcile the two. And there are lots of incredible scientists who say, no, they actually can be reconciled, and you can take the Bible for what it says. And so that's what his approach was, and he started doing that. And then after that event, started accumulating more and more dinosaur fossils to take with him. He called them God's gospel lizards.
I like it.
To get people to come in.
That's probably, a better term than dinosaur. Terrible lizard for
exactly. That's what the word means. That's what the word means.
Terrible lizard.
So, he kind of retired. We don't really consider him retired because he still likes to go and preach and teach. But he kind of retired at the end of this last year, at the end of 2017. And I had known them for several years. Had done several weeks of camp right over here at Oil Belt Christian Service Camp. Got to know them really well, and they said, "Would you like to come on board and do this with us?" And
I would think that the kids at the Oil Belt Christian Camp would eat this stuff.
Oh yeah, up. We have one whole week that starts off the whole summer camp season called Genesis Week, where we bring the fossils, and that's all we do. We do field trips. We go across down through Southern Illinois and every place, and do all kinds of stuff.
That's fascinating.
It's a lot of fun.
That's and so he grabbed you. And how long you been in? How long you been working with this organization?
Just completed a year this January.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's great. You are watching. I tell you what we'll do. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about these little fossils, and we might be here a little bit later in the show, might bring out the big guns, too. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Down there is Ray Draper from Pleasant Grove Christian Church. Here next to me is Ryan Cox, and we'll be right back here on Big Talk, correctly, right after these words.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We were sitting here during the break chatting, and I didn't realize we were coming back on. That happens from time to time. All right, and my guests today are Ray Draper of the Pleasant Grove Christian Church. And Ray, before we get into the dinosaurs and fossils, other than me and you, dinosaurs and fossils, let's talk a little bit about the event, March 23rd at 6 o'clock.
Great.
Where is the Pleasant Grove Christian Church?
Pleasant Grove Christian Church, the easiest way to explain it is to, if you're coming from Fairfield, going north, it's going to be just a few miles on the north side of Geff, once you go through Geff, and you're going to turn on what they call Baseline Road. There's a sign there that says Pleasant Grove Christian Church.
It'll be right there where you turn at the Big Briars Farm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, turn at the Big Briars Farm.
Correct.
Pole barn.
And you're going to go down a couple miles to the west, and then you see another sign that will take you back south. And
what, about a quarter mile off of that?
About a quarter of a mile. And this next sign will direct you between the cemetery into the cemetery.
Yeah.
And you go through the cemetery.
Yeah.
and down and across the creek, and then up on the hill behind the trees, and there's our church.
Lord willing, the creek don't rise.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
We'll be all right. And it's at 6 o'clock on Saturday night, as well as Sunday. What's the Sunday?
Sunday mornings are going to be our regular worship, and Ryan will be our guest speaker for that day, and he'll be talking about biblical
accuracies. Okay.
Dinosaurs will still be there.
Dinosaurs, you're still going to be bringing that? Well, the dinosaurs, that's cool.
They'll still be on display.
And we're going to show some of the dinosaurs here today that they're going to be displaying down there on March 23rd again at 6 o'clock. All right. Ryan, walk me through. What do we have here? What are we looking at? I'm guessing. I'm looking at this one first.
All right.
And I'm assuming that is some kind of funky tooth.
That is a tooth. It's the most famous tooth. It's a T-Rex.
The most famous tooth. Okay.
It's a T-Rex tooth.
There you see, you can kind of see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Did it actually protrude like that?
Yes.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, it would. They have a couple different kinds of teeth on a T-Rex, but that's the main ones that you see. They're about the size of a banana, around 8 inches or so. The largest dinosaur tooth ever found was a T-Rex tooth that was 12 inches.
Heavens, that's really big.
On that, you can see the details on it, how it's even serrated a little bit, so it can cut through just like a steak knife. Some of the movies, kids will come up to me at a church camp or a vacation Bible school and say, "Yeah, T-Rex here, but Spinosaurus, it's the bigger one," because they saw Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's
does that even exist?
Well, Spinosaurus is a real one. But here's the thing: I said, well, that's true, it's bigger, but what they found out about with the latest technology, we can kind of figure out based on the fossil where its muscles would have connected.
Okay.
And then they can do some lab experiments or whatever to figure out what would its bite force have been.
Oh, really?
And the T-Rex bite force, some estimates...
I'm sitting there thinking, let's for comparison's sake.
Okay.
The bite force of an alligator is another reptile.
Yeah.
Probably about, a third or less the size of even a T-Rex, right?
Oh, yeah. Not even there. Yeah.
I mean, an alligator crunch is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
What is a T-Rex?
The highest one that they ever came up with was around 12,900 pounds of pressure. So it's like putting
Jaws.
4 cars or something on top of you with that tooth, And it is the biggest of any land animal ever tested.
Oh, my heavens.
When it would bite into another dinosaur, it would puncture its actual bones and get the bone marrow out of it, possibly.
Wow.
That's how strong a T-Rex is. So Spinosaurus bigger, it's not going to match the T-Rex on the chomp.
As long as the T-Rex can get a good bite.
If he can get a good bite, he's going to win. And we will have a full-size T-Rex skull with us there.
Are you really?
It's too big to bring in here. It's the second largest ever found, actually.
Well, you're looking here for me to Ray is 6 feet past Ray.
That's how big it is. Yeah, that's how big it is.
If we set that on the table, we wouldn't be able to get into the camera shot. You would not be able to see it.
That's right.
That is crazy. That is really cool. So this is a T-Rex tooth. Okay.
That's T-Rex tooth.
How about this one?
That's a raptor claw.
Oh, really? So I was kind of thinking, let's get a zoom in on this one. I was kind of thinking that might be a tooth as well, but it's not.
That's the claw. That's the big inside, you could say, like your big toe, kind of, on a raptor.
So this was a part of their walking process.
Yes. Yeah, they could jump. The best guess, again, we haven't seen these guys in a while.
No, it's been a few years.
It's been a while. They might jump on a creature and hold on to it. They figured out that it's not for slashing, but for puncturing and holding on to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's one of the bigger ones. That would be on something like a Utah raptor. Now, on Jurassic Park...
Well, you see, now it all comes back to Jurassic Park, doesn't it?
Because everywhere we go, everybody thinks, oh, yeah, we know about dinosaurs.
Well, the Velociraptor
and how is it well, it did, but how is it we know about it? It's because of the movies. So first of all, we got to sometimes address some of that.
Yeah.
The Velociraptors.
So you're telling me that the Velociraptors weren't like hunting?
On the action in real life, Velociraptor fossils, their skeletons, they're about this tall, off of the table.
No
That's how big they are. That's how big a Velociraptor is.
Well, I'm not scared of that at all.
Right. So this guy here, this is a raptor.
Oh, really?
This is a skull. Yep. He's specifically a Dromaeosaurus. They're all in that kind of family. And he's still not even big enough. He'd be almost twice as big as a velociraptor. He's still not as big as what this would have came off of, which would be more like what they would call a Deinonychus or a Utah raptor. And that's what they're actually showing in Jurassic Park.
Is that right? A Utah raptor. So why did they name it a velociraptor?
Because,
very fast?
Well, they were afraid that if they said the Utah Raptors, people might be expecting a basketball team or something, so...
That, I gotta tell you, that's a good. I like that.
Velociraptor really was much more fierce.
You've done this a few times. That is really good. What was the name of that one again?
This one was a Dromaeosaurus. Now, let me real quickly tell you the difference between what we have here. These are just more of a resin cast type fossils. So these are the ones I pass around, everybody can play with and look at. But they're very accurate, very, very accurate. These two here, these are actual rock fossils. We can talk about those in a second. So these were actually dug out of the ground, the actual real deal. The rest of them, and these are what our big skeletons are, the main ones people come to see, are the same things you will see in a natural history museum. They're called a research replica. Their detail is so precise that universities and laboratories can use these for actual scientific research.
No kidding.
So from a research perspective, you're looking at the actual fossil.
No kidding.
Yeah, so they're very amazing pieces that that we're very blessed to be able to carry around and take to.
Do we have any? Go ahead and set it down. Do we have any idea of populations on some of these species of animals and that kind of thing back in the day? I mean, were they as populous as the woolly mammoths were?
Sure, absolutely. There are just entire bone beds full. They seem like dinosaur graveyards, where you'll find several hundred specimens of the same dinosaur all together there.
Wow. One quick question about that then, and if you're finding bone beds, these animals, they weren't all going to the same place to die, were they? I mean, they're not all going to the mud pit so that they'll be fossilized 1,000, 500,000, 500, 400 million years later.
That's right.
They're not all going to the same place. Does that kind of give us an idea they were spread throughout everywhere, I guess?
They were all over the place. We find their fossils all over the country. Some places are better for finding them because the rock layers are more exposed. But see, that's one of the things that from a biblical perspective kind of shows us that, no, these just didn't all come around and fall off or get killed or lie there and die slowly and be covered up with mud and things for long. All of them, a whole herd, several hundred, all killed very instantly, and they all look like in cataclysmic events.
Oh, really?
So from a biblical perspective, that would be what we would expect to find if there were something, say, a global flood, like Noah's flood.
I'll be doggone. I hadn't really thought of it like that. We're going to take another short break. We're going to talk about what these other ones are, as well as we're going to bring the big ones out here in just a few minutes. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest right down there, Ray Draper, and Ryan Cox next to him. We do appreciate you tuning in here on Wabash Catch TV, and we'll be back with plenty more right after these words. Please do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your #1 choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. My guests today are Ray Draper down there and Ryan Cox right here. Ryan is from Creation Truth Foundation, and Ray is from the Pleasant Grove Christian Church. And if folks want more information on what we're talking about, Ryan, where do they go?
You can always go to our website, www.creationtruth.com. We got all about the dinosaurs and how we can bring them to your event.
Well, that's the other thing. You are. This is an organization. You're not just there hanging on to dinosaurs, are you? No. You're coming out to talk, aren't you?
Yeah, we're an on the road ministry. We go all over the place.
How many shows do you think the whole group does over the course of a year?
Last year we did over 70 events in 11 states, accumulating around 53,000 miles and over 16,000 people.
Holy cow, that's quite a big. That's a big ministry. Okay, let's talk about this now. Let's talk about the big thing down there, and then we'll talk about this goop right here. And that might be the correct term for that, right? Yeah, what's the best way to handle that thing?
Okay, this is a pretty famous one.
Let's move my glasses. So let's set him right there, and I'll see if I can't
do it like
this
that.
Camera on him.
And then, okay, put him on the side there.
There you go. See, that looks pretty good.
Yep. Okay. Looks good?
I've moved into that camera. I've moved to that camera.
This is Pachycephalosaurus.
Okay.
They are known as the dome-headed ones.
The dome head, all right.
Yep. And most of the time you see these portrayed in movies as they're going to ram things with their heads.
Okay.
In fact, in the most recent dinosaur movie, since we've been mentioning
I didn't watch Jurassic World.
Jurassic World?
I didn't see Jurassic World. I saw the one before it where with Chris Patton but I didn't see the
most recent one. Yeah. Well, in the most recent one, this is the hero of the movie, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah. You brought the hero?
I brought the hero. They have him where he's able to actually bust through a brick wall with his head. They called him a stigmolech. Not sure if that's actually a true species, according to some paleontologists. But anyway, it is this.
A movie.
It is this. Yeah. It is this actual dinosaur. Okay. The problem with that is it makes for great movies, great events, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But this particular specimen, called Pachycephalosaurus wyomingus, you won't guess where they found it. They found him very intact. A lot of times when you find dinosaur fossils, you find one bone.
Okay.
The vast majority of the time.
Yeah, you'll see like a big old thigh bone or femur
that's it. You find just a piece. So when they find something like this where it's 55% complete or something like that, it's exciting. It's very exciting because we get to see the anatomy. How is it actually all put together? They found this one with his neck bones.
Oh, really?
And the problem with how he's been portrayed based on his dome is if you had a goat, when he puts his head down, a ram to run into some, his head is perfectly in line with his spine.
Right.
Okay. With this guy, it's not. His neck actually comes in right here, kind of in the center of his skull, right there.
Yeah.
And the vertebrae show that it's not it's not good for running into things. He very easily could snap his neck, especially if he glances off from the dome. So what did he actually use it for?
Yeah, I was going to say, why do they have the dome then?
That's the good question, all right. Well,
do we have a thought?
They do have a thought. Paleontologists have a thought. There are several specimens that have been found that have puncture holes in the skull up here, and you see the big spikes and nodes on here.
Oh, yeah.
They have a better idea now that maybe they kind of swung their heads back at each other and fought with their spikes instead of their domes.
No kidding.
Yeah. So,
you know, why not just not fight? You know,
I know. Can dinosaurs just get along? You know?
Yeah, can't we all just get along, for crying out loud? Okay, so down there, what's that?
Okay, that's the funnest one we take when we do
this one,
church camps and VBS.
This looks like a brain.
It looks like a brain.
It's a
you hold it like that. Looks like a fossilized brain.
It's a soft tissue. There is no such thing as a fossilized brain, is there?
Well, maybe.
Really?
Maybe, because here's the deal about this. This was soft at one time.
Okay.
We usually get like a junior high girl to come up and hold this piece. Okay. And so she's like, "Oh wow, that's kind of cool. Oh, it's a brain or something like that." And then we tell her the technical term for this is coprolite. Coprolite. Okay. That's the technical term. The untechnical term is dinosaur poo-poo.
I like spore.
You like spore better.
I read Jurassic Park 30 years ago, 25 years ago. I learned a new word, spore.
There you go.
There you go. So what I am holding here,
and that's an actual rock fossil. That came right out of the ground. Fossil. That's the real deal.
Holy cow. So and
it's heavy.
Yeah, it is quite heavy. That's what I was thinking. It was damaged?
Part of it, it kind of broke off there, and so you can kind of see a little bit of the inside there and how it mineralized. When something becomes a fossil, it has to be buried very rapidly with lots of mud, lots of water very quickly.
Right.
Because then the water and the mud bringing in minerals that over time will change the mineral composition. The fancy term.
The mineral that Ryan's talking about.
The fancy term is permineralization.
Okay.
And so then it'll eventually turn into a fossil. Because if something isn't buried very quickly under those right conditions, it'll rot out on the side of the road. We see roadkill all the time in Southern Illinois. So all of these things had, again, be laid down with lots of mud, lots of water, very quickly. So for somebody who's looking at it through a biblical perspective, again,
it kind of gives you an idea.
Gives you the idea of maybe the flood, or something like that, all right? We all have the same evidence. It's just what were the conditions that brought about this evidence.
This is fascinating. See, where I have a question then is the time frame, the timing factor.
Yes. That's always a big question.
I mean, because the flood is like when people are around.
Exactly.
I mean, there are no people around with dinosaurs.
Were there people around with dinosaurs? That's a great question. Everybody asks about that. So you want me to answer that?
I'm asking.
Okay, all right.
If you have 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, sure. Real quickly, when it comes to dinosaurs and people, did we actually live at the same time? From a biblical perspective, it would be suggested that we lived at the same time because we were all created in the same creation week, day 6. Okay, all that kind of stuff. So what kind of evidence would we expect to find? We would expect to find any kind of writings, depictions of them, that kind of stuff. We would expect to find maybe things within the fossils that would indicate a more recent origin, more recent existence at least, that they lived here recently. Well, from a history perspective, that's what I teach. That's what I look at. I look at all the ancient civilizations. Do we have anything that might indicate that there were some around in more recent times? Not maybe in huge populations, but at least still some around that would indicate that we did. And in my presentation, if you come on that Saturday night,
March 23rd, 6 o'clock at the Pleasant Grove Christian Church.
We're going to go through lots of incredible written records, depictions, descriptions, pictographs, all kinds of stuff, hieroglyphic kind of things that, wow, they match exactly what the fossils show us.
No kidding.
And for years we didn't know what they were. We called them dragons.
Sure.
Okay. A lot of things. My favorite one is Marco Polo. In 1298, he visits China and describes in perfect detail an Allosaurus.
Is that right?
How did he do that when we don't find the fossils until the 1800s?
Yeah.
So things like that. There's also some forensic type things, such as carbon-14 and soft tissue that they're finding now, have been for the last 20 years or so.
Well, there leads to another question.
Okay.
This is become a rock now. Are they able to carbon date it?
Yes, if it was once living, then you should be able to. The problem is carbon-14 only works up to about 50,000 years old.
Okay.
So guess what they never do on a dinosaur fossil?
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
That.
Why would you?
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any there. Well, there have been several scientists who've gone to the best laboratories that do the radiometric dating over the last 10, 15 years. There was a great research project released in 2016 where they took samples from every area of the geologic column, and every sample from 4 different laboratories, the best in the U.S., had very measurable amounts of carbon-14.
Is that right?
Yeah. Wow. So you have to explain that from your worldview.
Right.
From an evolutionary standpoint, how do you explain that? Because that doesn't match up with what we expect. And from a biblical worldview, well, that would match up with what we expect. Crazy things like that.
That's crazy.
It's fun.
That's fascinating.
Oh, it is.
And I bet you could probably sit in a bar or and sit somewhere and like gab with somebody for like 5 hours.
Oh yeah.
About this. That is something else, folks. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Right down there is Ray Draper. Right here is Ryan Cox. Again, the Dinosaurs are going to be at the Pleasant Grove Christian Church, just west of Geff, northwest of Geff, on March 23rd. We're going to come back. We're going to bring out the big dog, and you please do stick around. It's not really a dog, is it? It's a big something. It's a big lizard. It's a big lizard. It's a big lizard. We're going to bring out the big lizard, and we'll be right back on Wabash Catch TV. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Stick around. Be right back.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your #1 choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
The difference between a good building and a great building is craftsmanship. It's about taking pride in the finished product. It's about being a professional. Unlike other construction companies, you work with Morton Building's craftsmen, from conception to completion. From the plant employees who roll the steel, to the company driver who delivers the materials to the construction crews. Every one of them are Morton employee owners who take pride in exceeding your expectations. Discover the Morton difference today at mortonbuildings.com.
Okay.
That's great. All right, Ray, how you doing over there, man? Welcome back, folks. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest, Ray Draper, you can't see him. He looks like a big duck. And Ryan Cox right here with Ryan's with Creation Truth Foundation. You can find them online at creationtruth.com. And again, Ray is the pastor at Pleasant Grove Christian Church. The address of that, 1476 County Road, 1425 East. That's northwest of Geff. Easy to find. And they are on March 23rd having Ryan will be presenting what is the presentation called? What do you call it? I know they're using it, Dinosaurs Are Coming.
Yeah.
But that's not really what your presentation is it?
Dinosaurs in the Bible, historic dinosaurs.
I was going to say, dinosaurs aren't coming back, are they, Ray?
Nope. They're just coming.
That's right. The dinosaurs are coming. That's exactly right, because there are going to be a bunch of dinosaurs there. Bringing the kids, they'll have a lot of fun. All right. It's a big old thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell me about this guy. Let's introduce us to this fella.
Okay, we call him Ed, short for Edmontosaurus.
Edmontosaurus.
Okay. It is in the Hadrosaur family, which are the duck-billed ones.
Okay.
There's also another one called a Parasaurolophus. It's got kind of a crest that comes off the top of his head. But this one is an Edmontosaurus. They're kind of fun because they're probably a vegetation eater. Plant eater,
and the reason we kind of think that is because of the small teeth.
Yes, some of these hadrosaurs, his specimen has about 400 teeth jam packed in here, but some of them have up to 1,200 teeth. Wow. Just amazing, and their size is pretty good. They're a reptile, of course. They're in the dinosaur family, but their size gets pretty good. This particular specimen, he gets to be about 9.5, 10 feet tall at the hips. Most dinosaurs are measured
10 feet tall
at the hips because, well, a long time ago when they first found them, they all had them standing, walking around with their tail dragging.
Right.
We now know that the tail was used for counterbalance, and so they walked more of a level.
Kind of had to be.
Exactly, and which would make them much more mobile. So we always measure dinosaurs at the hips, usually. That's the best measurement to use there. And we do have, though, his one hind leg from another specimen, not his, but another one that's 12 feet tall at the hips.
Okay.
So taller than the basketball goal.
I'm sitting here trying to think, I'm trying to think how big that is. Right now, we were talking about all the basketball games going on.
Yeah.
Think about the top of the backboard.
Yeah.
Top of the backboard is almost 13 feet, 12 and a half feet off the ground. So think about an animal that halfway, before it stands up, is that tall.
Yes. Before he stands up on his eye. And he probably could have stood on his hind legs.
He probably would have. Oh, my.
The way his anatomy is. Now, the fun thing about that is we have this specimen here. This is an actual rock fossil dug right out of the ground. And most people think it looks like a fossilized cheeseburger or something like that.
Thing here.
But it's actually...
Let me zoom in on it here.
It's actually an egg.
Oh, really?
And sometimes they're found in their nests still. They find dinosaur eggs together there. And by doing comparisons, and sometimes they do some kind of x-rays and are able to look inside them, they're pretty sure that is an Edmontosaurus egg.
And this is a real one.
That's a real one. Mold. No, that's not a mold. That's the actual one dug right out of the ground.
Wow.
So this big guy would have come from that egg. Which isn't that surprising when we talk about reptiles today that come from eggs. They can get to be some very large sizes.
Well, I guess, we see large eggs for ostriches and that kind of thing. I don't know what the biggest reptile egg would be. It'd have to be
some of the sauropod eggs. Those are the guys, the long tail, long neck. So your Brachiosaurus, all those guys. Their eggs are about the size of soccer balls.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. Where did he come from?
This particular specimen came from Harding County, South Dakota.
Okay.
And there are some estimates that there are somewhere up to around 10,000 of just these guys.
That. He wasn't found
He's not
alone.
the only one. No, about 10,000 of them found in the ground there. They haven't excavated
in the same
them
place?
In the general area, that Harding County, South, big area up there. Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, the Hell Creek Formation, that's a very famous formation where dinosaurs are dug up all the time. T-Rexes are found there as well. And speaking of which, they found a specimen of this a few years ago with a T-Rex tooth in his backbone, in his vertebrae.
Really?
And the crazy thing about it was, not only had it broken off into his backbone, but it had healed over, meaning he got away that day.
Wow. Well, I was going to say, had he not gotten away that day, you wouldn't have found nearly as much skeleton.
No, exactly. He would have been scavenged up pretty good.
Oh, wow. That's okay. Now, tell me about, we haven't talked about this little guy. Tell me about what do we have here?
That's another tooth.
I mean, All right, I've seen the movie Jaws about 1,000 times. And you see Jaws, the shark tooth is about that big on Jaws, and it's probably pretty close to normal, pretty close to accurate. This must have been a terrifically large animal.
Yes, it was. That's called the Megalodon.
The Megalodon. Well, by the name, I'm presuming that's pretty good size. What was the Megalodon?
Megalodon is a big shark. The fossils that we have of Megalodon are teeth and vertebrae. That's about it.
Is that the one from the movie last summer?
The Meg. The Meg. That's it. Yep.
So we're about 100 foot long, or 50 or 60?
60 around 60 feet usually. But it looks very much like a great white based on what we know. It could have just been something like an oversized great white shark.
Where would this have been found? I mean,
they find a lot of those on the shorelines. Native Americans have been finding megalodon teeth for a long time.
Is that right?
Along the shorelines and stuff, yeah.
Well, it makes sense because you've got basically the central. There are deserts that have been covered with water.
Yes,
and you can
all kinds of marine stuff are found out in the middle of the desert,
out in the middle of Arizona,
exactly.
For crying out loud, which is now 6,000, 5,000 feet someplace.
Exactly. So, and the cool thing about Megalodon is, we talked about how strong T-Rex's bite force was.
Okay.
Megalodon is one of, if not the only creature that can rival him. His top force is around 12,000 pounds or so. Megalodon's is around 24,000 pounds. So almost twice as strong a bite.
So he could eat anything he wanted in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh my word! I tell you, that's I'm just sitting trying to wrap my head around. My jaw's pretty powerful. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, I could probably crunch 400 or 500 pounds or something of power.
There you go.
Yeah, something like that. This thing was 12,000. So this thing could pick up cars.
Yeah.
Several cars.
It's expected that a T-Rex, because of how strong his neck was as well, could take a 100-pound person and toss him 15 feet in the air.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that done. I got it's this kind of information, or this is a lot of the fun part of what people are going. It's going to be a lot of fun learning. At this show, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What is the typical time frame that folks need to think about being there? I mean, is it going to be?
Give us at least an hour and a half, because we want to make sure to have time for questions. But also, unlike these are actual museum pieces,
right?
But unlike the museums, they're not all roped off where they're at a distance. We let you come right up to them, get your pictures with them. Absolutely,
yeah. I haven't asked you if I could put that over my head yet.
No.
You're not going to let me do that?
No, probably not today. But,
maybe Saturday, maybe Saturday 23rd.
No, but we let people come. The big T-Rex, they can come right up to it, get their pictures taken, because we want it to be a good educational experience. And more importantly, our main focus is just to tell them about the Lord God, their Creator, and about Jesus and the hope they can have through Him.
You said you reached 16,000 last year. Are you finding that your ministry is growing, or what do you see?
Last year was a big year of growth. Really? It was very big, yeah. And we're partnering with other ministries as well to get to take us. We may get an opportunity to go out to the state of Washington this year through another ministry, and so it's we're having a lot of fun.
You realize if you're going out to the Northwest out there, you're going to have to stop.
We've got a checklist. We've got a checklist place we want to go.
I was going to say, if I was going out there, I'd probably be stopping at where Custer's Last Stand or something. I probably wouldn't be stopping for the
That's what
dinosaurs.
I wanted, yeah.
But the dinosaurs must be. How many different sites would there be? Would you be able to get into?
They're all over the place, and some of them are in public lands where you can go in. Some of them are with permits. Some of them are private owners. And we've made some contacts with some people who have some land. Say, hey, come on out and dig a little if you want. And we're like,
no, hold on.
Oh yeah,
they'll let you dig
if it's privately owned. Yeah.
Wow, that's. It's amazing to me that they keep finding the folks keep finding the explorers keep finding more and more, especially with huge unexplored regions of the world.
Oh yeah.
I mean, would you like to go to Siberia? You got to figure that there's a lot of good, fun, frozen stuff in Siberia, right?
Well, I'd like to travel all the parts of the world, so I wouldn't rule it out. That's for sure.
Well, that's great. Ray, again, tell us what's the date, what's the time, if anybody wants more information.
Let's get that out of the way.
March 23rd at 6 p.m. And as Ryan said, about an hour and a half or whatever he needs. Actually.
Okay.
It's going to be at Pleasant Grove Christian Church. If they want any more information, just stop by the church or give you a call, right?
Yes, they can give me a call at 618 322-6959.
And check out Ryan and get more information from the Creation Truth Foundation at creationtruth.com. Ryan, thank you very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
Ray, thank you so much for for twisting Ryan's arm and making him come to town. Folks, it ought to be a wonderful time. Thank you so much for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back tomorrow. Have an outstanding day. See you soon.